Hello, everyone. Welcome to this class for Happy, Healthy Kidneys. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this class for Happy, Healthy Kidneys. Let's start by sitting either on a bolster, pillow, or a couple of blocks. We're going to start in Hero's Pose, if that's a comfortable, accessible pose for you. So I'm going to start with 2 blocks just to set my hips up a little bit higher and take any of tension off of the knees. You're welcome to sit lower if that works out well for you. Let's start by just rubbing our hands together. We're going to create some nice heat and energy in the hands that we're going to then transfer into our kidney area. So where's the kidneys? If you don't know, they're right at your lower back. So go ahead and place the palms of your hands toward your low back. Using the warmth and energy that you just created against the palms to just send a little bit of loving kindness there. And then we'll start by taking some nice, deep, calming breaths to center ourselves, bringing you into your practice today, right here, right on your mat, this moment just for you. Make little small fists and just start to gently start tapping here, up and down the low back. Just waking up the kidneys, and waking up your low back, and getting ready for this practice is going to really help to bring some happiness to your kidney area and a smile to your own face. So as you smile and get that inward smile, send this inward smile towards your kidney area. And now place the palms of your hands over your back again, and take a deep breath into the palm of your hand. Exhale slowly. Another deep breath into both hands, as if you can sense your kidneys puffing up with this extra oxygen. Slowly release. And now just cup your hands and tap those over your low back. Just tapping with the cupping of your hands, sending a vibration into your kidneys that will help to increase the circulation and wake them up a little bit. Good. And now just place the palms of your hands over your back. And again, take a nice deep breath into your low back. Feel the kidney area puff up. Gently release your breath. And one more time, deep breath into your hands. Good. Then go ahead and bring your hands to your knees. I'm going to start by doing a wave-like movement by bringing your chin towards your chest, creating a C curve, and then opening back up. Tilt the chin up just a little bit, create some curvature here in the low back. You can feel a slight compression back in the low back. And now chin to chest and roll it back down again. Use the inhale as you lift up and exhale as you release down. And when you release down, you can feel the wideness in the back and space created there. When you lift up, a little compression. So we're just using this movement now to pump circulation up and down the spine and inviting it particularly into your low back where your kidneys reside. Kidneys are just a small organ that's so critical in our health as they filter out toxins that can enter into our body through the food that we eat, through our environment, through medicines that we may take, and in so many other ways. And so we definitely want to keep them healthy and able to function efficiently so that those toxins in the body don't create disease. Now come back up to sitting, and we're just going to reverse this movement. So you're going to lead with your chin coming down, and then a wave-like movement as you come back up. Exhale as you go down, and inhale deeply as you rise up. Gentle bowing toward the earth, and lift, rise, and look up. One more time. As you come back to center, we'll start to do a side to side. This one's a little bit easier to do if we remove the blocks. You sit in heroes or easy pose, and just this gentle, like a seaweed type of a movement. And so we're in the winter months now, and winter, the element is water. And the organs that are related to this water element would be our kidneys and our bladder, our circulation, lymphatic system. We want to keep that water flowing, those fluids flowing through the body for greater health, build our immune system, and all those other good things. Just kind of keep this nice flowing wave going. And then go ahead and just bring that to stillness. And we'll introduce the vibration sound, the healing sound for the kidneys. It's the sound of choo, kind of like a choo-choo train. Choo, really deep so that you feel a vibration right down here in the low back. That helps to tonify the kidneys. And so we're going to come onto all fours and incorporate the sound into the movement here. When you inhale and come into the cat pose, stretching up, when you exhale, you'll exhale with that sound of choo. Take it all the way down to the low back. Inhaling. Choo. Choo. And then coming back into the cat shape. Release back to child's pose. Rest your head and take some nice deep breaths into the low back. You might even bring your hands, the palms of your hands, over your kidneys and send some love there. Feel the effects from the vibration that you just did with that healing sound. Now, our kidneys are related to certain emotions. Fear and anxiety tend to be held in our kidneys, and also inner wisdom and well-being and strength and confidence. And so all of those emotions can blend together. There's room enough for all. We also want to make sure that we balance that out so that some emotions aren't stronger that are going to affect the health of our kidneys. So an emotional sound for the kidneys is a whisper sound of choo. Let's go ahead and come back up into table. And when you exhale, this time exhale with that whisper, choo, and just visualize unwanted, unhealthy emotions blowing out through the mouth. Start by coming into the cow shape, taking a nice deep in-breath, exhaling, tuck your belly way up in, try to empty all of your breath out, squeeze it out. When you're ready, come back into the cow shape. Empty, empty completely, tuck your belly up toward your spine. Coming back into the cow. Do that one more time. Find yourself back into table, coming onto your belly and feeling just that little bit of relief from the release of that. So we're coming into a Sphinx pose. Go ahead and take hold of both elbows, and then walk your elbows a little bit in front of your shoulders, and now bring the palms of your hand out to the mat so you have strength in the forearms to help support you in this pose. Sphinx pose, nice strong pose. And here, just feeling the front of the body expand, a little bit of compression in the low back. So throughout this practice, we'll be doing some forward and back bends to circulate the fluid through the body. Let's bring the right knee out and bend it out to the side. Or if we're mirroring, this may be your left leg out. So gently now, just turn to look toward your knee and feel the compression on the right side of the body in your waistband and then around the low back. On the left side, a little bit of expansion, stretching left, compressing right. Come back toward the center and release down onto your mat. Hands on the, forehead on the floor. On your next in-breath, lift up. Slowly look toward your knee. And then release back down toward the mat. Inhale up and begin to maybe straighten the elbows a little bit and turn to look toward the knee. Come back to center. Releasing back down toward the mat. Go ahead and straighten both legs out. Hands under the shoulders and stretch back into a child's pose. Here for just 2 breaths, keep your arms way out nice and long so that you can feel the lengthening all down through the back and especially around your kidney area. And then begin to bring yourself back onto the belly. Coming back into this strong Sphinx pose. Let's bring the right knee out to the side, raise up, turn to look over toward the knee, and back to center. Let's go ahead and do that 2 more times. Just notice the compression. So we're just kind of wringing out the kidney area, wringing out the toxins. Go ahead and come back onto your belly. And rest here for 1 full breath in. Breathe deeply into your belly. And feel the back expand. And slowly, gently pour the breath out. Rolling over onto your side and coming onto the back. If you have a pillow or a block, you can use those. We're going to be putting those underneath our shoulder for a supported fish pose. So under the shoulders and maybe even one under the head to help support the head. If you're familiar with fish pose and it's comfortable for you to bring the head all the way to the floor, feel free to do that. Make this your practice. And so sitting on the backs of the hands, pressing into your elbows, start to puff up the chest. And as you do that, feel the little bit of compression in the low back, nice opening in the chest. Maybe roll the chin up if that feels all right for you. And rest here in fish pose for about 5 more breaths. Continuing to open up in the chest. And release down. Come to the sitting. And now place the block just in front of your sacrum area. Come back onto the back. Now we're using the block as a little bit of pressure into the low back area and to really puff open the front of the spine. Knees can be bent here. It's usually the safest feeling for the back. But if it feels all right for you to straighten one leg out at a time, notice how that feels. And so we want to tap into the inner wisdom of our kidneys, listen in, make sure that you're doing things that are safe and comfortable. We'll rest here for 5 full breaths. Let your eyes close softly and your face soften. And feel the compression in the low back area, the pressure here. This helps to support this area. And if you'd like, with your exhales, you could use that emotional release vibration of the sound of slowly draw your legs back in, knees facing up toward the sky. Your feet about to your fingertips. And now lift the hips up slightly, coming to rest on your shoulder blades. Here you can remove the block and set it to the side of your mat. And coming into a modified bridge pose. If it feels all right for you, you could come into the full bridge pose and lead with your heart. So as you press evenly over both feet and into the shoulder blades, feel the low back lift up toward the belly. Gently start to roll down like an ocean wave, one vertebra at a time, until your whole back is resting on the mat, and lengthen out one leg and then the other. Taking a moment here to just feel the rebound of the pose. Bending the knees back in. Rolling over onto your side and coming up to a sitting. Nice. Let's bring the legs out in front. Finding yourself into Dandasana, staff pose. Arms can come by your side, press into your hands, and then let your spine kind of decompress and lengthen down toward the earth. Releasing. Bending your left knee in. And so I'm going to give you some options here. Your foot can be right by the right knee. You can cross over the right knee. If it's accessible to you, right knee on top or left knee on top of the right. This is a half shoelace twist. And from here, actually we're not into the twist yet. We're just going to release our body toward the bent knee. I like to put my hands under my knee so that I don't overstretch the hamstring muscles. They insert right behind the knee, and we don't want to tug them too tightly, or then you get the hamstring pull. And so the knees just kind of are protected by resting on your hand. And your rest of your body is rest forward. Now, if you need to, you can also use a block here to rest your head on so that it can give a little more height and let your head relax. This lengthening of the left leg, the hamstring muscles, and your left foot completely relax. Just let it kind of fall where it wants to. Deep breaths into the low back area. Let's take one more deep breath here. All the way, fill it completely like a balloon back into the low back. Hold it and let it go with a chew. Good. Bring the head up. Just go ahead and bring now your right arm over and come into a twist here. Just a nice gentle twist to help bring out the internal organs. Take your awareness down towards your low back. Just get a feel for what's happening in your kidney area. And bring a smile to your face. Yoga is enjoyable, so let it shine out through your body. Let it shine out on your face. Nice, gentle movements, healing your body. And go ahead and unwind here. Bring both feet out. Come back into Dandasana. And just kind of notice now the difference between right side, left side. Let's go ahead and bring the left knee in. And give those options, whichever one you choose to use. They all work in helping to wring out things in the kidney. And so if you need that block to put your head on, go ahead and use that. Otherwise, if it works for you to go a little bit lower without strain, and here we do want to round the back as much as you can and need to really help puff out things in the low back here. And while you're here, then start to soften. Just soften your muscles and release into the pose. And you tuck your hands underneath your knees so that there's not such a pull on the hamstrings, and you can relax even better. Better, better, and better. Every day in every way, we are getting better, better, and better. Nice mantra to repeat to yourself each day and throughout your day. It's getting better, better, and better. So one more nice deep breath. Really puff it into your low back area. Hold it and gently let it out. And release back into a nice sitting posture, coming back into staff pose. And so slide it forward a little bit. You're going to be coming onto your back. Bring your knees in with you. Lengthen through the whole back. And let's just roll now from side to side, giving a nice massage to the low back and into your kidneys. Just think about how that feels from right to left and left to right, and how it's massaging and bringing some stimulation, circulation into your low back and into your internal organs. And then come to stillness here. Bring the legs straight up toward the sky. So your kidneys are in the lowest part of the organ trail before your legs. And so they are the reservoir of water, all part of the water element of winter. And the fluids from your endocrine system or your lymphatic system, your circulation flow into your kidneys, and it's the storage of this fluid. And then as your body needs water, then it's the kidney's job to help disperse that water out toward the rest of the body. They work hard. They work hard for us. We're just going to take it upside down here a little bit by bringing the legs up toward the sky and allowing the kidneys to get a little bit of a rest. And this is also nice to do against the wall, legs up the wall pose. Good circulation for the body. Let's go ahead and bring the arms up too into a full dead bug. So the fingertips are reaching toward the sky. And let's do a few rolls here of the joints, the wrists and the ankles. And the lights just went off because they're motion detector lights. Get those back on. Or maybe not. So laying here in dead bug pose, making some wrist and ankle circles here, one direction and then in the other direction. And then like a seal, start to clap your hands, clap the soles of your feet against the tops of the other foot. And come into happy baby pose. So by that tapping, it's a good way to create quick energy in the body. A nice way to wake up in the morning when you're just having a hard time crawling out of bed. And tap and tap and just tap the sole of one foot against the top of the other foot. All those pressure points are activated in the soles of your feet and top of your feet, and just brings instant energy into the body. And then coming into happy baby pose, how can you help to be happy here and feel so good? Massaging over the kidneys, and rocking back and forth. Be playful with it. You can even use your fingers to massage in the soles of your foot, right around that bubbling well point. It's the tender part of the center area of the sole. Feels really good to get into that. And you discover some tight knots and things sometimes in the feet when you're doing this. They need a lot of attention to. So from happy baby, we'll go into our final pose of Shavasana for the practice today, the dessert of yoga. And stretch one heel out and then the other. Lengthen through your spine. And let's bring both arms up a little bit off the floor and then just let them plop. Do that one more time. Palms are facing up. And now roll your head to one shoulder and then the other. Find that happy place on the back of your head for your skull to relax. Your eyes gently closed now. Start to drop your gaze inward. And visualize a ball of light right at the center of your chest. Follow this light as it goes from your chest to your belly. And right in the center of your between your belly and your low back. Feel the light expand outward in all directions as it glows into the belly and it glows into your kidneys, your adrenals, your bladder, lungs, your stomach, your heart. As you're filled with this warm, healing light, feel your body soften, your face relax. Now begin to bring one knee up and then the other. And let's roll over onto our side, symbolically turning your back on all things that no longer serve you. Turning your back on fear, whatever fears you may be holding on to, or fears that are gripping you. Could be fear of aging, fear of losing a loved one, fear of driving, or fear of dying. Whatever it may be, whatever worries are burdening you down, turning your back on those, releasing and relieving and bringing health to your kidneys. And coming onto your side into embryo pose, just getting ready for a new beginnings. It's a new day. It's a new awakening. Setting your intention for the rest of your day. And gently bringing yourself up to a nice, comfortable sit. Taking your two peace fingers and plugging them into the earth as we gather earth, energy from the earth, energy from heaven. Pausing here at your third eye point between your eyebrows for kind thoughts toward yourself and kind thoughts toward others. Gathering this energy again from earth, from heaven, bringing it into your mouth center for kind thoughts and kind speech toward yourself and toward others. And gathering energy as you bring that into your own heart center. Compassion toward yourself and compassion toward all others. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings be healthy. And may we all be active in helping it be so. From my heart to yours, namaste.